Grandpa's Puppet Takes Over. Last weekend, our family gathered for what has become an annual tradition, the Family Talent Show. It's a time when everyone gets to showcase their hidden skills, whether it's Uncle Bob's off-key singing or my cousin Jenny's surprisingly impressive yo-yo tricks. However, this year, the spotlight was on Grandpa, who had decided to dust off his old ventriloquist act from his vaudeville days. With a gleam in his eye and a wooden dummy he affectionately called Charlie perched on his knee, Grandpa was ready to steal the show. The act started off as expected, with Grandpa throwing his voice, making Charlie crack jokes about the family that were somehow both endearing and mildly insulting. But then, things got a little weird. Midway through the performance, Charlie began to say things that Grandpa clearly hadn't planned. Instead of the usual, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" jokes, Charlie started commenting on the weather, random sports scores, and even local traffic reports. The family was in stitches, assuming it was all part of Grandpa's new routine, but his confused expression told a different story. As the act went on, Charlie's commentary became more bizarre. He began discussing the merits of different brands of fertilizer and quoting obscure political speeches. Grandpa was sweating bullets, trying to regain control of the act, while the rest of us were laughing so hard we could barely breathe. Aunt Linda was convinced Grandpa had finally lost it, while Uncle Joe was wiping tears from his eyes, asking how Grandpa was pulling off such a convincing act of chaos. But the real kicker came when Charlie started reciting the morning news headlines verbatim. Finally, Grandpa realized what was happening. It turns out, his recently upgraded hearing aid was picking up signals from a nearby radio station, and somehow, the frequencies were getting transmitted through the dummy's speaker. With a sheepish grin, Grandpa explained the mix-up, and we all had a good laugh. "Well," Grandpa said, finally catching his breath, "I guess you could say Charlie was just a little bit tuned in."